Kung Fu Fighting.
Laysai. Welcome to the Buckhorn Podcast. I am Martelle, and with me always is Randy. Hey, Randy.
Hey, what's up?
Oh,
nice to finally just now get here, just right this moment. And record.
This moment and record another show.
An unscripted show.
Just fucking recorded a show, and we lost everything.
We had one more. We haven't had a technical faux pas in a while.
Yeah, so
we were due.
We were definitely due.
And
I'm not thrilled about it.
No, you were in such a good mood.
I was. I was in such a good mood.
Now you're not.
I'm discouraged right now.
It's like it's a weird feeling because we're still in good moods.
I'm still in a good mood. I'm
you
baffled.
Smoked ribs and we ate and reviewed them.
We did
with a new dry rub.
Yeah, with a new dry rub.
We gave a great review on that.
We'll still talk about that. We talked about Elon Musk. I bitched about mask stuff and Walmart.
Oh, yeah, we went.
I mean,
we talked masks. We talked politics. We talked Wally World, dry rub,
and meat in your mouth,
weight loss.
Yeah.
So we had a great hour-long episode.
A great show.
Hit save, and the screen kind of just went.
It went. Fuck you.
And we...
Oh, you wanted to record today? I'm sorry.
Our wave files disappeared. They waved goodbye.
They definitely waved goodbye. So we're doing this again. This will be the second same show in the same day.
The second show of the show that we just did.
Right. So you mentioned I did smoke ribs. We had ribs.
They were delicious.
And I would make them again without thinking about it.
Yeah. Great rub. Great rub on your meat.
Yeah.
It was so good in my mouth. And I I wish we had more. You still have the dry rub here.
I still have the dry rub
here.
You
took the plates downstairs. In frustration, he got up and said, I'm going to take these down. I'll be back.
I'm fucking done.
I'm going to walk this one off.
And I'm not drinking, which helps or doesn't help. I don't know. It depends on how you want to look at it. But I did something different with the ribs. And we're going to go through all of this again. So
this is the second take, folks.
I'm going to paraphrase the last show that you don't get to hear.
We are unscripted, but we're going to try to re-say what we said before.
Yeah. So I did something different with the ribs. Usually I'll do the 3-2-1 method. 3 hours unwrapped with a dry rub of some kind and a base on it, like a mustard. Some people use mayonnaise. I use mustard. So you do 3 hours with a dry rub unwrapped. Then you do 2 hours wrapped. I use when I do wrapped on the 2 hours, I will wrap it in tin foil, meat side down with a quarter stick of butter or a half stick of butter, depending on the size of the rack. Brown sugar and honey and applesauce, and it's fantastic. I'll just get the pouches of applesauce and just squeeze it out onto the
meat.
Yeah, right onto the meat, and it's fantastic.
It was really good.
This time I didn't do that. This time I went 3 hours at 180 with just dry rub, no base on it, and then after 3 hours, turned it up to 250, let it go for about another hour, and the meat got up to about 200 degrees, and that's when I pulled it off. I cut the rack in half. The other rack's still sitting in a cooler downstairs wrapped in tin foil with towels around it.
Just all snuggled up.
Just,
resting.
Getting nice and resting. But we had unrested ribs, and they were absolutely amazing.
Fantastic.
So I got a different rub. It's a Mexican-style al pastor rub. And we both like al pastor tacos, like gauchos. They have fantastic al pastors, and I've had habaneros as well as you, and those are really good as well. I still think gauchos is better, but
that's fair.
I've also had issues every time I've gone to habaneros. I've had an issue.
You're the only one I've ever known. Ever.
I don't know.
I've never had nobody else I've had go there.
I have placed phone orders, and it took them forever to get my order. I went in person, and it took them forever to get my order. The only time I didn't have an issue was when you and I went.
Was when I was with you.
Yeah. So I cannot not recommend this rub highly enough. So it's Simple Truth Organic, Mexican style El Pastor. You can get it at Kroger, and it's great. It's super peppery. Like, it's not spicy, but it's kind of smoky, like heavy cumin, kind of got like a pepper going on with it. And then other than that, I think I went on a rant about wearing your mask. So just wear your mask and don't live in fucking fear. Do whatever you want to do. I still do what I want to do.
We can't even get into the discussion with the same enthusiasm.
I know. I was fired up about it.
Beneath our wings is out of our sails and blowing out our beeholes right now. There's no wind left in us. We had a great episode.
We did. It was good.
It was the best episode.
How about we turn this episode into bitching about how
about losing
was
the files for our last episode?
God.
It was. We had the ribs were. I talked about how I hadn't eaten yet today, and I show up and you have smoked ribs, and they were so good. I highly recommend this dry rub.
Yeah, I like this stuff. It's good.
It's a Kroger brand, which most people would be like, oh, store brand. Blah. It's really good. Little bit of it's got a good smoky, peppery. I highly recommend it. Just get it. If you're into smoking meats, Meet Derek. If you're listening to this, GW, you're not.
I don't think Meet Derek's talking to me.
No?
I think he's upset with me for calling you fat.
Is he? I actually went up to his food truck like last week, and I don't think he cares.
I don't know.
Because I bought a lot of meat off of him. But, yeah, this stuff's really good.
It's really good.
I like it.
I like it a lot.
Very good on the ribs. So dry rub your ribs.
Dry rub your meat.
And
don't get an abrasion.
Yeah. All right, that's the end of our episode. 7 minutes in.
7 minutes in. Hey, great show.
We lost an hour, so you guys get 7 minutes.
Yep. No. Yeah, I had mentioned in the last show that doesn't exist anymore. That Elon Musk went and got 4 COVID tests.
He did, and tweeted about it.
Yeah, and tweeted about it, and he said something bogus is going on here. I need to pull it back up. Blah 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 blah.
We are so out of our element now.
At this point, I'm just pissed. Just super pissed that we lost that show.
It was a good one, too.
It was really good. It was probably not our best, but it was really good.
I wouldn't say it was our best, but it was a solid show. We came in hot, good mood.
Left hot.
And
in a bad mood.
Well, we left that show in a good mood.
I left that show in a good mood. And then
we didn't get crazy until afterwards.
All right, so his tweet was, something extremely bogus is going on. Was tested for COVID 4 times today. 2 tests came back negative. 2 tests came back positive. Same machine, same test, same nurse. Rapid antigen test from BD. I don't know what BD is.
British Columbia.
Okay. All right. But someone responded with, such an irresponsible tweet. And another guy follows up with, how dare you tell us how his personal experience, if it contradicts your narrative, you moronic hack.
Yes. And I did mention that I'm going to use the term moronic hack.
Moronic hack.
Far more often than I ever have, which is 0 times.
Yeah, I like that. But he did later tweet that he's going to get a PCR test, which is the nose swab, from 2 different labs and see what they come back with.
Yeah. And that makes sense. And there's somebody else replied that they're a diagnostic pathologist. There are issues with testing at the moment. The rapid antigen test is more likely to underdiagnose than overdiagnose. So you should indeed get checked with PCR. However, PCR errors are causing a false positive pseudo-epidemic.
Yeah, which I can see that is why our numbers are inflating.
Well, we're testing more, which
we're testing
DeWine
more,
said, well, we're testing more. Then of course you're going to get more positives.
Right. So, but if this is causing more false positives, the PCR test, then of course the numbers are going to go up. And DeWine has given Ohio one week from Friday the 13th to get the numbers down. That is next to impossible to get the numbers down in 1 week. I just don't see that happening. And he's going to close gyms, bars, and restaurants. So closing gyms is a bad idea. like Planet Fitness and those like those big corporate gyms, those can close. I'm going to be extremely biased here. The smaller gyms, the smaller CrossFit gyms, and the like smaller personally owned gyms, those people are doing things responsibly. They're doing what they're supposed to do. They're staying 6 feet apart. They're not doing this. They're not doing that. Whatever it is that they're not supposed to be doing, they're not doing it. They're doing things responsibly. But the virus is not spreading in gyms.
Right.
The virus isn't spreading at restaurants and bars. They're spreading at parties that people are having.
They're spreading at pagan witch rituals and demon worshiping.
Did
events.
you just take over like because you couldn't say
I could not figure out what I was trying to say there.
Pagan
rituals.
Witchwills.
Pagan witchwills.
Yeah.
It's a ritual for witches.
It's a ritual for witches.
You sons of witches.
But anyway, yeah, like the virus is spreading because of parties and get-togethers, and like I said in the last show, I haven't changed what I do. Like, the people that are in my bubble are still in my bubble.
I'm in your bubble.
You and I have been recording shows in person since it started.
The whole time, yeah.
I mean, I hang out with the same...
Honestly, we don't really get too awful close either.
No, we don't. We're
your house. So.
We're like 8 feet apart now.
Yeah.
So, but it's
we don't share mics.
No, but I do need to give you a hug.
Oh, you do? Yeah, you do.
I do. I said that I would give
everybody a hug.
I'm a hugger, and I'm going to give people huggers.
Which I've never seen you hug anybody, I don't think. But I'm also not around you a whole lot.
You're not. I'm usually like that bro hug, like high five.
Yeah,
hand
bring it in.
Hand over the shoulder.
Quick pat on the back.
The two different variations that guys give hugs.
So my favorite,
and the one over the shoulder side by side.
My favorite is, and I only do it with people like close to me, but I do it in company of people that maybe don't know me as well.
You grab their butts.
I do. Inside the jeans.
Yeah.
So you can get a good firm grasp.
I go for the pockets.
So, no, like with music, Derek. So I'll walk in. If we haven't seen each other in a while, it doesn't matter how big a crowd or who's there.
Bag tag.
No.
God,
I don't play that game.
Damn.
No.
What's the capital of Bangkok?
I do.
Or what's the capital of Thailand? Bangkok. I gave away the punchline.
You did. I was like, you made me pause my story because I'm like, the capital of Bangkok.
What's the capital of Thailand? Bangkok.
But do the double under the armpits. So you got your arms and you go under theirs and hug them and you hold them tight and you kind of nuzzle on their shoulder a little. And that really, people just kind of like look and it feels so nice.
That's so creepy.
It is very creepy.
So fucking creepy.
It's very creepy. And that's why it's funny to me.
Yeah, I made a post on Facebook about people living in fear. And basically the people living in fear are the ones who are hypocritical in what they're doing. They're basically yelling at people in public to wear masks. They are wearing masks themselves, but they're also telling people they need to stay home and need to watch this and do what they do this. But they're not staying home themselves.
So to wrap up the whole discussion we had on this last...
Yeah, on the
I don't
show
even say last episode. This episode that got deleted.
Episode that doesn't air.
Basically came to the conclusion that people are hypocrites.
Yeah, people are hypocrites.
So worry about yourself.
I personally
stay off social media. I deleted social media. I deleted Facebook from my phone. I can still like share to it from my phone, like from Instagram.
Yeah.
But staying off of it more. It's been way. I'm happier.
Oh, I'm way happier not having the Facebook app on my phone. Now, I do have access to Facebook through my phone. Like, I can still get on and look at stuff from the one app I use. But I'm not really posting anymore. Like, I got on to post that just to fire some people up and basically call them out. But if, like, I would not consider myself a hypocrite, and we're going to go through all this again. I do wear a mask.
Yeah.
I'm not telling people to stay home. I'm not telling people they shouldn't be hanging out with their friends. I'm not telling people what they should be doing.
Yeah, I went to Columbus Cars and Coffee today. We talked about that too. Man, we talked about a lot last episode that we lost. Y'all missed a good episode.
God, it was great. I wish you guys could have heard it.
I drove my 78 Lincoln today. I took my mask. Some folks are wearing it, some weren't. I wore mine. I had mine. I didn't wear as much. I just really made an effort to stay away from people.
I would have been out. We're outside.
Yeah.
I've kind of made the decree that I am not wearing my mask when I'm outside.
Yeah, I just tried to distance myself.
By the way, how's that whiskey? This was not in the last episode. How's that?
It was not, because we talked about how I haven't had a drink since last Saturday at all.
Yeah, and then after this, it just kind of... I would like to have one, but I'm doing a little nutritional challenge thing that we.
I've had this before.
You have.
This is the one that I said tastes like sweet tea. I can't remember which one it is.
It is not.
I've had it before.
You have definitely had this before. You have not had it in this.
I can't put my. I know I've had it. As soon as I tasted it, I said, "Yep." Kind of like you did that one time. This is familiar.
Yeah,
but I can't remember what it is.
So it's Virgil
I can't
Kaine.
tell. Okay.
All right. It is.
It's not the ginger.
No.
I picked that. Ginger. I can smell that.
It is half ash cat.
Okay.
Half roundhouse.
Ah, got me a little mixy. You did say you made your own.
I did.
So I didn't know what it was
concoction.
from.
So I did a little.
But it did taste familiar.
Virgil Kaine for you. I figured it was worth it because
I appreciate that.
After the show that will not be heard.
Yeah, I was literally about to get up to go leave, and he's like, "We got to record again." So I'm not going to get my nap now before my family cookout bonfire.
You can. We can try to speed up this.
I'll just sleep here.
We'll just. I mean, we're going to cut this episode short.
Yeah,
We're not going a full hour on this one, unfortunately.
Yeah,
I mean,
good for you all.
I'm just kind of seriously irritated.
I can't. We searched everywhere.
I did.
We looked in every file. We did searches for these files. He saved it. We could see the wavelengths of our vocal.
And then when I closed it, everything disappeared.
Spewing. And then he was like, we couldn't get the play back. He said, well, it's saved. We're going to close it. We opened back up. Nothing.
Gone.
Searched. Nothing. We spent 20 minutes trying to find the files. So, sorry.
And here we are.
Glad you guys are listening to us. We talked about listeners, where we had them in the world in the United States. Shout out to our Canadian listener.
And Russia.
Konnichiwa to you too.
Russian listener.
Yeah, the whiskey's good. I don't know, man. We did such a good episode. The ribs got us. We were in such a good mood. The ribs were fantastic. We were on cloud nine that whole episode.
Yeah, and I'm trying to carry that over to this, and
it's forcing it now.
I know.
So here's the thing: those of you listening, what has chapped your cheeks lately? Tell us your first world problems. Here's a place I want to give people a place to vent to us. Because a lot of times this dumb stuff happens in the grand scheme of things. It's not a big deal.
It's not a big deal. I mean, it is what it is.
Send us a message on social media. Shoot us an email at buckhornpodcast@gmail.com.
No. I want you to comment on Instagram and Facebook. I don't want emails.
No emails.
I want it for everybody to see.
Instagram and Facebook. Well, I was going to say we should do an episode about first world problems.
Well, guess what?
Tell us.
Here we are. We're at a first world problem at this point.
But I want to hear some of our listeners' first world problems. A thing that you can't stand or that bothers you, but you feel maybe you feel guilty, maybe you don't, but you know it's not really the in the world grand scheme. You've got a job, you've got a house, maybe you're doing okay through COVID, but there's something that's bothering you or something that happened that you can't stand. Let's go over it, man.
I got so many first world problems.
We all do.
I mean, we'll go over them now. Two of them I mentioned before.
Do it
in the show that we did that didn't get here.
The show that never was.
The show that never was.
I don't know what that dance was, but I like it.
You like that?
I did.
So it's the first one. I mean, I already mentioned it. It's hypocrites. It's people that will. They're talking out of both sides of their mouth. They're saying do this, but they're not following their own damn actions.
Yeah.
And this just comes to mask related stuff at this point. It's bitching about people not wearing their masks or telling people you can't go here, you shouldn't be going out unless it's necessary, you shouldn't be doing this. If you're going here, do this. If you're in this building, you need to wear a mask, blah 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 blah. Or just stay home. But keep your ass at home.
Yeah.
You fucking stay home.
Yeah.
Like, that's...
I get some people like, I got to work. Well, you got to work, but you don't have to go out to eat. And you are. You don't have to go,
Yeah.
There's so many things people are doing, and they justify it by, well, I've got to go out for work anyway, or...
I'm going to go out to eat. I've already said, if I get the coves, if I have the Ronas, I'll quarantine myself. I'll stay in the house for 3 weeks. I did it once already. I'll do it again. I'm perfectly fine with it. But I don't think I'm going to get it. I'm a healthy individual that takes a shitload of vitamin D.
All the D.
7,000 IUs of vitamin D. Every day. I take a lot of vitamin D.
7 inches of D.
That's 7 inches. That's inch units. IU, inch units of vitamin D. The other issue I have, Walmart. Fucking Walmart.
You're going to go off on it again. All right.
I'm so just
Here's your time. Go.
I am fucking Walmart.
You're what?
I'm fucking Walmart.
All right.
So I'm getting after it in Wally World.
Rawr.
Digging up in them guts.
Baby, I'm going all the way to the linens. Deep in that story. I'm going all the way back to automotive.
The PlayStation 5 was released on Thursday. And Walmart was like, "Oh yeah, great. We're gonna start releasing it every 3 hours, starting at noon Eastern time." Cool. I get on at like 11:50. Hit refresh. Site loads right up. Good. We're good to go. Come 11:59, I hit refresh. Make sure the site's working just fine. 12 o'clock, the site literally goes down. Just, I didn't get some stupid message with 2 fucking deer on it. Reindeer, like, sorry, the site went down. Please go back to Walmart.com. So I just hit backspace.
Dancer and Prancer.
It was Dancing and Prancer.
So prance on out of here because you ain't getting your PlayStation.
They're like, you can dance your ass back to Walmart.com.
You can jingle all the way
again.
back out of this site.
So started over. Every time I could get the PlayStation in my cart, I could get to the address, and I could get to where I was putting in my credit card. And then the site would go down. Every time.
Every 3 hours.
And they did that so I tried that 4 or 5 times.
At 12, 3,
6, and 9. So I ended up creating, I think after 12 o'clock, I ended up creating a Walmart account, made sure that my credit card was saved in my browser so I could just run through it real quick. And hopefully, 3 o'clock, couldn't even get to the site because the site was down. I kept getting, page doesn't exist or server
Paige?
error. Walmart.
Oh.
Fuck Walmart.
Her name's Paige? Paige Walmart?
Yeah, Paige Walmart.
Man.
I'm done with that bitch.
Step over.
She can get to stepping.
You didn't get it at 12, and then 3, 6, 9, Paige, you'll find. Sock it to me one more time.
I didn't get shit.
Tragic.
I'm a little upset. Because
cheeks have been chapped.
They don't have the right equipment to handle the traffic that was coming into their site. Now all the PlayStations are gone,
right?
But I'm sure the people closer to whoever is the host for the ISP for them are the ones who got it.
I don't know how that works.
The closer you are, the faster the speed, less latency.
I'm going to say you're correct because I have no clue how that works.
Yeah, because I live in the country and there's no Walmarts around me that are ISP related, so. It's probably shitheads in Chicago.
For those of you that don't know, ISP stands for International Space PlayStation.
Yeah, and I was going for the 5.
So you learned something today. You're welcome.
Yeah, so that's it. I'm done. And another thing. No,
I was going to let you go.
I don't.
That was more aggressive than the first time. It was a shorter version.
It was a shorter version, but more angrier. I fucking hate painting. I'm painting my whole house.
The house looks great. I walked in. I love I never thought the house looked bad before, but I like the tones you're going with over like the bright yellowish orange thing.
Well, they were tans.
In your kitchen wasn't a tan.
Oh no, the kitchen was fucking orange.
Okay, I was like, that was not orange. A tan.
That was orange with a glazed finish.
Donuts.
But no, now we're going strictly. Like
monotone,
for the most part.
Whites
we're doing
grays.
shades of black.
50 Shades of Black.
We've got like a super like chalkboardy blue black doors and like a
white trim,
eggshell blue, like a robin's bird, robin's eggshell.
Robin's bird blue.
A robin's bird blue. Robin.
My favorite.
Robin
Blobbin Blue.
It's the bird. It's the color, the shell. They're kind of blue, and it's there. It's on the wall, and then the rest of the house is just dark gray and white trim.
I like it.
Bright white trim.
Bright white.
Yeah. So I got to finish coats on doors and on hand railings and start painting the banister and for the stairs because it's getting that dark gray as well.
I think you purposely corrupted the last files so you can keep recording while Liz paints.
That's a great thought.
I know that's not what happened.
But that's not what happened.
Because you're like, no. Like, speaking of first world problems, we saved our show and lost it all.
Yeah.
And
if that shit happens with this one, I'm going to quit. I'm just going to put out a quick Sorry, no show this week.
Sorry, we
tried
sucked.
twice.
Yeah.
We tried twice.
Third time's not a charm, so shove it.
I will try to just record a show
Feliz Navi Blah.
by myself somehow.
Just be you eating ribs. Mouth noises for a half hour.
ASMR.
Oh, I hate that.
I hate ASMR videos.
I don't get it. I don't get why people watch them. I can't.
They're stupid.
They're not only stupid, they are cringeworthy. What are you? If people's volumes are turned down, they're not going to hear that. But
They're not, but that's what ASMR is.
That or the whispering stuff, where they're like, "I'm going to open this envelope now.
I'm going to unbutton your pants and zip down your fly and let the meat out.
I'm going to let you do that as I open this envelope."
Okay. Yeah.
As Diesel snores in the background.
Yeah, he's over there sleeping.
And we got a Spanish radio station in our headphones.
Yeah, we can.
Some mariachi music. We're picking up interference.
Yeah, we're picking up some crazy interference.
You know, the one thing I love about the Buckhorn podcast is they're complete idiots and their show sucks.
Fucking morons.
Oh, man. What a mess we are now. The first show was so good. It was solid. It was above mediocre.
I wish you guys. It was on par with Lowe's Blows and like our shows.
Steal our shows as you throw a coaster.
Either way.
You coasted the coaster.
I coasted right out of here.
Throsted the coaster.
It's fucking stupid.
I'm still in a good mood. It's still a good day.
It is.
I went to Cars and Coffee, saw some old cars, saw some new cars, saw some swap cars.
Some old guy talked your ear off.
Two old dudes. They owned old cars like mine. Well, theirs were older than mine. 66 Caddy, the Fleetwood Broham, and the 59 Lincoln, which I loved the 59, man. I love that body style. But, yeah, I drove my boat. I rolled in as you were painting and just stared at you. What was it you said? What was it you said when I got out? I look out of my element, or out of my era, or I forget.
Exponentially dated.
You look exponentially dated in that car. I'll take it. But yeah, I mean, it's a good day overall. We did have good ribs. Try the Kroger dry rub.
Yeah, definitely try that. If I can find it again, we're going to do those 5 essential whiskeys.
Yeah, that would be good to go over. We can review that and then call it.
Yeah, because this will just be like a short show.
We got review from Mo that said, well, not a review, but he said that we're the highlight to his week, and because of this, I think he's a liar. Because this kind of crap happens, and I'm like, how could this be something anybody looks forward to?
Yeah,
But thanks, Mo. Mo also messaged me about something I said in an episode, and
said you were wrong.
No, he how'd he say it? As you're looking that up, I'm going to pull up Mo. So he sent me a message.
I'm still trying to find it.
That said, 2 wings of the same bird, love it. And I gave a thumbs up reaction, but I have no idea what he's referring to. I was like, yeah, but I say that so many times. Like, I say it everywhere. Facebook, on here. Like, I that's how I feel about, the two-party system. So I was just like, yeah, thumbs up, Mo. I'm assuming he meant I said in an episode, which I may have. He'll probably send me a message about this, like, you're an idiot. Like, yeah, I know.
Okay, so I found the article.
All right.
So these are the 5 artisanal American whiskeys you need to try.
What's artisanal even mean? What's
Artsy.
Oh, okay.
It's craft whiskey, which the 3 of these, or the 5 of these, are craft whiskey. So we're going to start off with number 1. Number 1, Sycamore Rye Cast Strength Whiskey. I've had this. I know you haven't.
Right.
I am not a fan of this. Like, this is out of Maryland. You can get it almost anywhere in Ohio. I don't like it. I did a blind tasting of this.
Was not a fan.
And was not a fan. Like, I think I mentioned in the previous show that it's when you're driving through somewhere and Chemlon's been there, or whoever the hell they are now. It used to be Chemlon in the 80s. But they fertilize the grass, and you get that fertilizer smell stuck in the back of your throat.
Yeah.
It's that. And I just can't get past that. So it's not great. It's just kind of meh. The other one, let's see. The next one is Wyoming Whiskey Small Batch Bourbon. And this is the former Maker's Mark master distiller Steve Nally. He created an impressive distillation and aging process at Wyoming Whiskey. We don't know what that is.
Yeah, I don't. And that's where we talk about our listeners, because we found out we have none in Wyoming.
Yeah, this is where we started in.
So if you know somebody in Wyoming, send them a link.
Yeah. So this is made from a non-GMO corn, wheat, and malted barley that are all grown within whiskey. So, and it's aged at least 5 years in full-size oak barrels. I don't know what the difference is between doing a full-size oak barrel and a full-size oak barrel, but
I am confusion.
So I guess there's
now. Is this only sold in Wyoming? Is it something?
I know
we can't get crap in Ohio.
I've never seen it here, but I didn't look it up either.
So
to see
we
if
don't
it was
know.
Available. The next one is Cavell.
Not to be confused with COVID.
Nope, not to be.
We hammered that out last episode that you guys didn't hear. I keep saying last.
The episode.
We'll call it the episode that never was.
The episode that never was. Koval. It's Koval. It's Koval. Koval rye. Kaval. We'll go with Kaval.
So it's a rye whiskey.
It's a rye. It's 100% rye. So with most ryes being mixed with corn and barley, this is 100% rye.
Guys, there was a joke where Martelle screwed up reading that last time. Just trust me, it was funny.
It was good. And
carry it on.
And done. The next one is Uncle Nearest 1856.
Just saw it, almost bought it.
Yeah. You saw it, you almost bought it. I would save your money. I've had it. I'm not a fan. I like the story behind Uncle Nearest. He is the gentleman. He was a former slave that taught Jack Daniels how to distill whiskey.
Right. Tennessee whiskey,
though.
Correct. Different process.
I'm not a fan of Tennessee whiskey. It's just not. It's not my thing.
I go back and forth. I don't like it, but Gentleman Jack every once in a while on the rocks, not as bad. But it's
pungent to me.
It's not my favorite.
No,
I don't know if it's that charcoal distilling thing they do, the filtering.
Yeah.
I don't know.
Well, no, because I've had charcoal filtered whiskey, and it's.
I'm just saying, I don't know what it is that I don't like about it.
Yeah.
I don't know if I've had any other charcoal filtered whiskey than that. I've got a buddy that's a Jack Daniels. What do they call them? The ambassadors or whatever.
Yeah.
And he went down to the distillery, got a tour, got to the private area where there's this old. He got a picture of this dude sitting in a rocking chair, telling stories about how they distilled back in the day, and the dude's a bigger dude, but not like me big.
Yeah.
Old-timey big with overalls.
No shirt on.
No, he had a shirt on. He was very well dressed with his overalls, had a cane in a rocking chair, nice done hair, very professional looking in overalls. But he looked like the kind of guy you'd expect that's been distilling Tennessee whiskey for like 80 years.
Yeah.
And he got to sit and chat with this guy. And I was like, that's pretty cool.
That's cool.
But given my druthers, I'd rather be doing that with somebody in Kentucky.
Yeah.
I'm more of a Kentucky bourbon, Kentucky whiskey kind of guy.
No, because I like, Two Bitches out of Nevada. I like Two Bitch. I like South Carolina. I just don't like
throwing
Tennessee.
out a general statement.
I know. I just don't like Tennessee.
I love Tennessee. We're going there in a few weeks, and I can't. Oh, I need to try and bring you
whiskey.
back. I need to bring you back an ale steak.
Okay. But save your money on the Uncle Nearest, or give it a try. I did.
We should give it a proper review here. We'll have to.
If I need to get a sample. No, I'll get a sample from somebody.
Okay, do that.
Because I tried the Sycamore and I tried the Uncle Nearest.
And you were not a fan.
And I was not a fan. Sycamore was number 2 and Uncle Nearest was number 4 out of the 4 we had.
Gotcha.
So, and I don't remember what the other 2 were.
I thought Sycamore was number 4.
No, Uncle Nearest was number 4.
Oh, I thought last time you said Sycamore.
No, because I didn't mention that I did both of them in the same blind tasting.
Gotcha.
But no, Uncle Nearest is number 4. Let's see. The next one, the last one, number 5, is New Liberty Dutch Mulch.
Mulch?
Malt. Damn it. I was thinking about that Sycamore and how gross it is.
And we did find out last time this is from the Pennsylvania Dutch.
This is from the Pennsylvania Dutch.
Amish.
It's a Pennsylvania distillery that puts it out. And it's it's Munich style.
Munich style?
Munich.
Oh, okay.
Like Munich, Germany.
As opposed to Munich, Germany, where men have a terrible time reproducing.
Yeah.
They are almost extinct.
They are ballless.
It is very hard to carry on that lineage.
Yeah, it's kind of strange that they would even try. So those are the 5 artisanals whiskeys to drink right now. And I'm going to tell you, you maybe try 3 of the 5.
I've tried none of them, so
I've tried 2. Go for 3 of the 5.
So yeah, I have no point of reference on that
because the other 2 aren't good. All right. Hopefully this saves.
we're gonna see what happens. Sorry, we cut you. We castrated this one to half the length.
This is I was gonna call it a eunuch, but it's not. If we didn't, if this show doesn't go out, it's gonna be a G eunuch. You're cracking yourself up over there.
G eunuch, man. I just pictured a whole 50 Cent rap video where instead of G Unit, they just said G Eunuch, and there's this whole gang of eunuchs rapping, and I did crack myself up thinking about it. You're right.
You did.
I usually try to hold back my laughter so the joke can just hang there and make others laugh, but what popped in my head was hilarious.
That's good.
And none of you can see it.
All right. So, like, share, subscribe. Check us out on Instagram, Facebook, and the Twitters.
Insta, Google, Tweetstagram.
I don't use anything on Twitter. So, Instagram and Facebook, maybe. He's Randy. I'm Martelle. We're out.
See you next.